Guys, what's happening? This is Mike at Mike's Soul Dragon channel. When I was down at the shop today, I picked up the two solicitation catalogs for the Marvel and DC books that are scheduled to come out in March. So I figured we will go ahead and crack these open, take a look and see what they have to offer, see what grabs my eye, what I'll be reading versus what I won't be reading. We'll start with Marvel, because I think DC will probably have more stuff to talk about. So right here on the opening up, we got a book called Imperial Guardians by Danny Abnett. And that does not look, although I do like Captain Marvel and Darkhawk, I will probably be passing on this. I know Marvel really wanted to reinvigorate the cosmic side of their universe with the recent Jonathan Hickman 4-issue miniseries, but even with that, it still didn't grab me, so I'll be passing on that. Chip Zdarsky on Wolverine, that's a pickup. Captain America, absolutely. The Chip book by Captain America has been great. I've been enjoying it since issue 1. I saw that this got announced the other day, and that was really good timing. I had actually seen they had a editor's note in issue 3 of the Long Shots Age of Revelation miniseries that was alluding to this. So that was a really cool editor's note to see, and then to see this book being announced coming out. Wonder Man is a character that has been around for a really, really long time, but he does not have a whole lot of stuff that is focused on him specifically. Majority of it tends to be teen books or his relationship with the Vision, his brother-in-law, or whatever how you want to phrase it. Wonder Man, he did have a ongoing in the 90s that ran for quite a while, but that is not available in collection due to the guy that was writing it had a lot of, he had very serious charges against him, and is currently away from comics, I guess you could put it. But if you would like to learn more about that, you can just Google Wonder Woman or Wonder Man writer and jail time, and Google will explain it to you better than I will. And I don't want to even touch upon that dirtbag. Then we've got Daredevil #1 by Stephanie Phillips. I will be picking this up. I'm looking for a good Daredevil book, and I'm hoping this is it. Got Joe Quesada variant, Daniel Warren Johnson variant. A Sentry book right here by Paul Jenkins. He's one of the creators of the Sentry, pioneered the character all those years ago. So he's coming back to do a 4-issue miniseries. I will probably pass on this unless I hear that it's really good. Avengers #36 by Jed MacKay. I've been reading this since the first issue, so I'll be here for the finish of it. Fantastic Four First Foes by Dan Slott. I'm definitely going to pick this up. This is a comic book that ties into the movie the way the previous one by Matt Fraction did. Dan Slott's the perfect kind of guy for that. He'll be able to fit that that universe and that vibe perfectly. So you got a little one shot right here. I'll be picking this up. Alias Red Band. I'll be passing on it. Welcome to Gray Matter Lane. Learn to survive the experience. X-Men United #1. So I do like Eve Ewing, but I'm interested to see what the X-Men are going to be all about following this Age of Revelation wrap up. So I believe that starts here, so I'll be picking this up. Moonstar #1. I'm probably going to pass on this, although I do like Ashley Allen. I like her magic. Generation X23. I'll be passing. Cyclops 5-issue miniseries by Alex Packnadale. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'll be picking this up. I'm a big Cyclops fan. I liked Cyclops before everyone became a fan of him this week. Magic and Colossus by Ashley Allen. I'll be picking that up. Erica Schultz Rogue. I'll be picking it up. Benjamin Percy on Deadpool. Absolutely, that's a sale for me. Storm, Earth's Mightiest Mutant. I'm not really sure how I feel about this. I was a big fan of the last one, but it got way more cosmic than I wanted for Storm. So I'll probably pick up the first issue to see how it goes, see if it hooks me. But if not, I'm probably going to give it the chop real quick. Inglorious X-Force, I'll probably be passing on it. Uncanny X-Men by Gail Simone. Yes, I'll be reading this. And I really like this that she's introducing. She's not introducing, but she's having the X-Men meet the Legion of Monsters. So that's really weird. That is a really cool team for the X-Men to meet. They don't have much history together, so you can have some good interactions there. Then you've got the X-Men, Jed McKay, Natheo Diaz book. Absolutely, I'm picking this up. Wolverine pass. Spider-Man Venom Death Spiral. This looks like the big Spider-Man storyline that leads into issue 1000. And I will probably just be reading the Amazing Spider-Man stuff. Oh, well, look at that. It says it's Death Spiral Part 2 and Part 3. So it looks like they're going to be ping-ponging off of each other. So I might be on the hook for Venom as well. Which kind of sucks because I had just dropped that book because I was kind of sick of it. I didn't know whether it was a comedy book or what its vibe was. Then we have Ultimate War. See, now here's a couple of... I guess this will tell me the answers that I need about Ultimates. Ultimate Endgame. Ultimate Endgame, I'll be picking this up. It's a 5-issue miniseries. Ultimates number 22. I will be picking this up. Same with 23. So they got 2 issues of Ultimates here in 1 month. So it can wrap up at the same time as Ultimate Endgame. Okay, I see how that's going to play out now. Godzilla Infinity Roar, pass on it. Moon Knight by Jed McKay, yes please. Benjamin Percy Punisher, yes please. Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, or Deadly Hands of Kunlun, I'll probably pass on it. Iron Man, Josh Williamson, yeah, I'm giving that a shot for sure. Logan, Black, White, and Blood, I'll be passing on it. Null, absolutely passing on it. Psy, passing on it. Psylocke Ninja, I'll be picking this up. I like how they've got it labeled Retro Pick. I've mentioned that before. This is one of those stories that takes place in the past and fits in between adventures. So you don't have to try to shoehorn it into modern continuity. New Avengers pass. Imperial Guardians pass. Nova, Planet She-Hulk, Black Panther, Intergalactic pass on these. X-Men Annual. Possibly. I do like Ryan Stegman. Iceman Omega. This is an Iceman one-shot. That could be good. Thor. I enjoy this book, so that's a pickup. Fantastic Four is a pickup. Hulk Smash Everything. This is a issue 4 or 5. I've enjoyed this book. Inferno Hulk. Yes, I'm picking that up. For people who are looking for a really back-to-basics Hulk book, I recommend this right here. You don't have as much as the convolution that goes on in Infernal Hulk. Doctor Strange, Wiccan, Sorcerer Supreme, pass on those. The End, Ghost Spider, I dropped this. Black Cat, I dropped this. I was really disappointed I had to drop this because I like G. Willow Wilson, but it just was not grabbing me. Phoenix, Silver Surfer, these are all facsimile style books. I'll be passing on these. 1776, J. Michael Straczynski, I'll be picking this up. Big fan of his. Daredevil Punisher, this is the last issue of the Jimmy Palmiotti issue. Dungeons of Doom, I'll be picking this up. I'm a big fan of Philip Kennedy Johnson. Predator Bloodshed, I will probably be skipping that, but I'm definitely getting this Planet of the Apes versus Fantastic Four. Definitely picking this up. I think that's going to be really cool. Shadow of Maul, passing on it. Comics Giveaway Day. Not to be confused with Free Comics Day, I suppose. This is a list of all the Stormbreakers, Marvel's breakout artists or whatever. Natheo Diaz, if that's pronounced. He's probably my favorite out of all these guys listed. And then we're into collection editions. Pass on all these. Cap pass, Daredevil pass. This is the old Ultimate X-Men omnibus for that. Pass on it. Pass on all this stuff right here because I've got it when it came out. Although I do recommend picking up Mortal Thor #1. It is a kind of confusing book, so if you pick it up in trade paperback, it would probably get you caught up a lot easier than just jumping in raw. Passing on all this stuff. Mandalorian. Venom anthology book. All three of these right here were really good. I recommend them if you haven't tried them. Pass on Uncle Scrooge here. I was tempted to pick up this miniseries, but then I had read that one shot that Jason Aaron did with Uncle Scrooge a while back, and I did not care for it at all. So it definitely did not get. It's definitely not getting picked up. So that is everything from the Marvel side of what's coming out. So now we have the DC stuff. Right here on the cover, DC is pitching. They're advertising their new solo books they've got coming out, the new teams. Scotty Young on Lobo is new. Greg Rucka, very familiar with Batwoman. And then Tony Fleecis with Deathstroke. I'll have to see how that goes. I've never really been a big fan of Scotty Young's writing per se. I think he had one miniseries that he did with Image that I really enjoyed. But outside of that, never been a terrible fan. So, like I said, we've got right here Lobo. I'll be passing on it, although I'm a big Lobo fan. I'm sure this will be kind of in the vein of his I Hate Fairyland, which works very well for Lobo. Deathstroke, I will probably be passing on this initially unless I hear some good stuff about it. Slade Wilson's not a character I have very big attraction to, not a big fondness for. Batwoman, I do enjoy Greg Rucka, and I know he spent some time with this character before, so I can expect good things with this book. I'll be picking that up. DCKO, I'll be finishing this up. It's been a very fun series. Absolute Batman, I'll be passing on it. Absolute Wonder Woman and Superman, absolutely. I enjoy both of these books. Martian Manhunter and Flash, I'll be passing on it. Green Lantern passing. The regular Green Lantern, oh, issue 600, Legacy issue, wow. I never would have guessed it had that many issues out there. Nice House by the Sea, I'll be passing that up. These are all the DC Vertigo books. Bleeding Hearts, this is the Dennis Camp book. Very similar to that, from what I've been able to gather. It's very similar towards that zombie movie where the zombie falls in love with the girl that stars the guy who was Lex Luthor. Kind of similar concept here. The Peril of the Brutal, Dark, and Ezra Kane mystery. I do like Chris Condon, so I've read some of his stuff, and he does have a good feel for the noir, so I'll be picking that up. Kyle Starks, I'll probably be passing on this, although I currently do have some Kyle Starks stuff that I've been reading. DC versus AEW, absolutely. I'm an AEW sicko, so that's an easy sale. Batman number 7 from Fraction and Jorge Jimenez. Definitely be picking this up. Wonder Woman 31, of course. Catwoman, Batgirl, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy. Pass on all of these. Harley and Ivy. I do like Erica Henderson, but I probably want to skip that book. Pass on World's Finest. Detective Comics I'll probably pick up. Nightwing, I really want to get into Nightwing, especially after I read that Batman Dark Patterns and found out it's the same writer. I really want to get into Nightwing at some point and pick up that run. Action, I'll be picking up Supergirl, Superman Unlimited. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick up Superman number 36. This has Superman Prime now taking over the title, so I'm kind of on the fence about that. We'll have to see how it goes. Adventures of Superman, Book of L, yes. Aquaman, pass. Flash, absolutely I'll be picking Flash up. I want to see how Ryan North's going to handle it. Justice League Unlimited, pass on it. New Titans, pass. JSA number 17. Is this more of the year 1? Yeah, this is more year 1. I'll be picking this up. I'm glad that I came over to this book when it started the storyline. I've really enjoyed it. Batman Static, pass. Sirens, pass. Gotham Academy and Mad, pass. Now we're in the facsimiles. I'll be skipping all these. Although they do have some real nice Golden Age and Silver Age books to pick up. That way you don't have to spend an arm and a leg. And these compact comics, they're really starting to hit the gas on these right now. Everything's starting to get this treatment. I don't have any of them, but I've heard it's a very good deal. The amount they're charging for it versus the content that's inside. I've heard it's a very good deal. Better than anything Marvel has. DC Superhero Girls, High School Reunion, pass on that. DC Pride, pass. Batman Second Night. These are all the trade paperbacks. I did enjoy the Batman, that first one that Dan Jurgens did. It wasn't anything particular to write home about, but I like seeing Batman in different eras, and him being in the 40s was really cool. I think he fits in that when they really had all the adventurers, the pulp heroes. Batman really fits into that era real well. And we got some trade paperbacks here. Immortal Legend Batman, Justice League Red. I've got all these in individual. Justice League Red, I passed on it. And then we've got the Finest Collected Editions. The Gail Simone and Greg Rucka. That would be a solid pickup if you're a Wonder Woman fan. Year 1, Green Arrow. This would be really cool to pick up if you want a solid one and done Green Arrow story. Salvation Run. Not much to talk about with that. Jack Kirby Demon. Absolute Edition. That's probably a solid pickup if you like Kirby's art. If that big Absolute format, it really works well with his style of art. A reprint of the Absolute Green Lantern. Paul Dini's Zatanna Omnibus. Probably one of the essential writers for Zatanna. Green Arrow by Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino. This is one of the better books to come out of the New 52. Just some really great storytelling and really great art. They work well together, telling that little story that they told. And then we got JLA Book 3. So just kind of some basic trades at this point. DC Finest, A Death in the Family. This is a must-have for any collection. Then we got a couple of omnibuses and compendiums right here. One of the essential runs of Nightwing. This Chuck Dixon, Scott Collins. I think that's who that is on the cover right there. I could be wrong. But this run here that Chuck Dixon had of Nightwing, where he was in Bloodhaven, really, really strong. Easily Nightwing's. Well, I can't say if it's his best run or not, because the Tom Taylor stuff was so good, but it definitely gives it a run for its money. It's two totally different vibes, kind of. The Tom Taylor one is a little bit more hopeful than the Nightwing Bloodhaven one, but I do have fond memories of that book. So, and Chuck Dixon, you know, he's just an incredible writer anyway. So you could probably go, you know, 1 and 2 with the Chuck Dixon Nightwing and the Tom Taylor Nightwing in any particular order, and you wouldn't be too terribly off. And then we have here on the flip side, Superman and Spider-Man, this crossover here, finally crossing over. This is the 50-year anniversary of when they first met. And then, of course, you've got your standard variants for you know, each cover. So I would definitely be picking this up. It's funny, we went so long without having any intercompany crossovers, and now they're coming at us so fast. It's wild. So that is a look at the DC books that are coming out in March. If you see anything that interests you, let your shop know. That way they can pull one aside for you. That way you don't miss out on anything that looks cool to you. But until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Bye-bye.